Hi everyone, Deb here. I am here with days 4, 5, 6, and 7 of hashtag strawberry bliss. This is an open collaboration hosted by Polly's Pretties Coloring and Crafting. Both the hashtag and the channel link will be in my title down below. And it's a really fun collab. If you like strawberries or bears or teddy bears, or you just like to follow prompts because there's two prompts for each day that, and you don't have to do a book like I'm doing, but you can make anything as long as you follow the prompts each day. Now, Polly is recording and putting up videos every day, at least so far. I just can't do that. I don't have time to make every day or make ahead and record for future. So I'm doing like 4 pages at a time, 3 pages at a time. So I promised I would do days 4 through 7 today. And then Saturdays, I'll do 3 more. So it'll be day 8, 9, and 10. So let's get into it. Day 4 is buttons and cardboard. So this is what I did. This piece right here, you see the shape of it? It was out of one of the bigger tissue boxes, but you see how that's like an oval in this tissue box? That was a Dollar Tree bag. Yeah, like that. So I covered it up with a piece of the paper. This is paper from that paper pack. And this glitter was from the same collection. This is also cardboard, and it was also from a tissue box. Now I will be fixing that up and covering that with like probably white or something cream, maybe cardstock. Um, but this came with the collection I'm using, which is Berry, I can never remember the name. Berry Fresh by Stamps by Me. And I have shown that before. And buttons, I have two heart buttons here, and this button was sort of vintagey looking with some pink flowers on it. And I had this embroidery thread stuff on a whole roll of different colors, pinks, reds, gold, I forget. So what I did is I poked it through. I did it uneven, so definitely I'm covering the back. Um, I punched two holes and aligned the button up with them. Actually, I think I might have drawn the holes in pencil through the buttonholes so I knew where to punch, and I still got it crooked. Doesn't look crooked on the front though, huh? Anyway, and then I just brought this forward and tied a bow on the top. Now to keep this from untying, and I don't know, I wish I could keep it from twisting, I actually put a dab of Fabri-Tac on there to hold this in place. I'm going to give up on that. Yeah. I can never tie where one little ear isn't twisted. Anyway, and then I just trimmed these off. So shiny silver tag, which will also be a journaling spot made out of cardboard, and 3 buttons, 1, 2, and 3. So the next prompt was fabric and teddy bear. So I had fun with this one. Um, this is the fabric I found in my stash that I used. And I cut a piece off with pinking shears. And let me just show you what I did. Here it is. Now, if you watched my 52 weeks of color spiration, you know I colored a page in a coloring book by Martha Makes Art, and she gave me permission to shrink and use them however I wanted to. So what I did is I scanned the page in on my copier and printed it. I wish I had printed it on cardstock. I printed it on copy paper and then I glued it onto white cardstock and then I fussy cut. So, and I am not a good fussy cutter, so I did the best I could. So I did put some pieces of the Stampin' Up! Paper I've been using here and here, and some washi on the sides, and then I laid the pinking sheared fabric down. And this little bear is holding a strawberry pie, in my opinion. So I have a bunch of pie dies. And not pie like the mathematics, you know, pie like as in yummy strawberry pie. I have this Today is a Good Day for Pie stamp. It's a sentiment which I used here from Funny Bones by Riley and Company. And I have all these spellbinders, I think. Yep, spellbinders pie die. So I used this one, this, and the circle here. Um, Also for these tiny little strawberries here, there are little, what do they call these? Delicious decorations. There's a strawberry there and the little tops to it here. So I cut that twice out of Sweet Sorbet cardstock from Stampin' Up! And Garden Green. And oh, I did also use two doilies, pink doilies I had here, and I'm pretty sure I got those off Amazon. I don't remember if they had a brand. I don't think so. I think they were not a brand name one. But Doodlebug has wonderful little doilies too. I fussy cut this out too, and I inked around the edges in Garden Green. I stamped that in Sweet Sorbet, and I used a glitter pen because on the coloring I had done, I had used a glitter pen, but when you copy it, obviously it doesn't show up. So I put a little red glitter pen. You're not going to be able to see it on the bears. There you go. Trim, the pie, the hearts, the handles of the rolling pin, his buttons, his or her, and the pocket trim there, and also on the strawberries themselves and the strawberry filling to make it look kind of wet inside. These I die cut in out of white cardstock, and I used vintage photo and just blended it over to make the pie crust and the pie top. I really like how that came out. I think it's really cute. So we have our little baker bear and a big strawberry pie. It's almost as big as the bear. But not really, because the bear is on a full-size coloring page in actuality. So I was really happy with how actually both of those turned out. I don't know what I'd ever use this page for. It's just a fun book here. So what are we up to here? 6 was book page and stickers. And I don't know if you remember, I said that's probably going to be the hardest page for me because I didn't know if I had any book pages. So I thought I might have had a book page loose in my napkin bin. I have a whole like sweater size bin of napkins. But in the very bottom of that bin, I found this. And this is left over. I thought I had this somewhere, but I didn't know where I had put it. This was left over from altering a book sometime back in the 2017, 19, probably 2017 to 18 time frame. I can't remember. There was a collab and swap hosted by somebody named Jen, and I can't remember her full channel name. She hasn't been on YouTube for quite a number of years now. We did a Halloween October daily kind of book, and it was Halloween themed, but it was meant to be at least 31 days so that whoever got it could journal in it for 31 days. And I have the other one in a bin somewhere too. Anyway, yes, I found all these book pages, so yay, I'm so happy about that. Anyway, I only used one page. I put I splatted the whole page with Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Party, and Pretty in Pink, using markers like this and the brush end. And if you watch my channel, you see me do it before where you just push against here and flick it like that and you get splatter. Really hard on your pens, but I like doing that. And then I took some stencils. I had this one, which I need to clean from Stampin' Up. And I used polished pink for that. And then I have a whole roll of different colors of this stuff. I think I got it on Etsy years ago. and I like it for putting circles on. And I'll show you, I have, see, all different colors of it, but I'm just going through and using a little at a time, and I reuse it. So this was a Stampin' Up! One out of a set from 21-22 called Plenty of Patterns Decorative Masks. It's retired. So, and then the other half that came off the bottom, I tore up. I put a couple pieces over here, one here, you know, two or three down here, because the book page only went to here over this far. And I did that after I stenciled and splatted and everything, and I went around the edges of all the torn pieces with vintage photo. And then the next part of that theme was stickers. So I had to go digging through my stickers, and I thought, I'm pretty sure I don't have any strawberry stickers or any, well, I have one polar bear sticker, but that wasn't going with this theme. So let me move you up a little bit here. So I pulled this out, and it looked like this. And I thought, well, it's pink, but I flipped it over and I saw that all these other sticker sheets were supposed to be in there, and it did feel kind of thick. Well, lo and behold, this one has strawberries. There it is, and it's all glittery, which actually is getting everywhere. So I used one of these, which is actually three stickers. Those two, actually, it's this, and then these are each individual little berries. So I put it down kind of the way they had there, but just one up here in the corner with the little white flowers on it. And I used two circles, one here and one here. And then there was this basket full of strawberries. So yay! And then just two little bit larger strawberries. So that was so cool. I was so happy I found that because I really didn't think I had any strawberry stickers. And then this was a different sticker sheet. It only had 4 or 5 stickers left on it. It was like a half sheet. I don't know what I did with it. And I don't know where I got it from because it was, it didn't have any header at the top or anything. So yeah, I was really happy with how that turned out. I had one skinny strip of washi over here, which is curling up, I see. Because the book pages over here didn't quite, they were kind of uneven, so I just did that. And then the last day for this video, day 7, which is today, Wednesday the 7th of May, was washi tape and brads. Well, here's what I did. I covered the whole page with strips of washi that I had pulled out to use in this collab. This is 2 strips of fabric washi. I don't have them, I put them in a box because I don't have room to walk if I have everything laying everywhere. So you see, I just went all the way across. And some of it I had to glue down a couple times, and some of it I still need to trim up at the top a little bit. And then I thought, how am I going to put brads on? So remember, I had pulled out journaling cards or memories and more cards, they're called, by Stampin' Up. So I thought, I'll attach it with brads. So what I did is I took this 3x4 card, I scored it at 1/2 inch, and I punched holes in. I kind of drew with a ruler about where they should go, and I used a 1/8 inch circle punch, a regular handheld punchy thing. And I punched 4 holes because I found these brads in this little pack from Doodlebug Design Inc. I miss Tuesday morning. These came from Tuesday morning. The only other brads I could find, other than white and black ones that were squares and stuff from Stampin' Up, were these green ones from Bo Bunny, also from Tuesday morning, 2019, 2017. So I thought I had some other ones, but I couldn't find them. But I thought these would be perfect colors, so I just used 2 green, a dark pink, and a light pink. Now, the problem is my hole punch would only, it would reach this one and reach this one, but it wouldn't reach these two. So what I did is I laid this down where I wanted it and made sure it would stay on the page. And I drew with a pen the circles. I punched through the paper for this one, and these two, I only punched through this, and then I spread them out on the back of this half-inch strip, and I glued this down with Fabri-Tac. So it is down. And this was already on the back, so it's a journaling spot in this little book. And this was another sticker out of the same pack that this came in. So it says Spring into Life, and this says Spring. So I'm happy with that too, how that turned out, because I thought you can't really write on washi tape. You probably could put a picture on, maybe a little picture here if you wanted to, and just write a little note about what it is. I have no idea what you'd use this page for, and if you were using it like a scrapbook journal or something, but I just think it's a pretty page. So, yeah, those are my 4 pages for day 4, cardboard and buttons, 5, fabric and teddy bear. It says bears, but I just used one. And 6, book page and stickers, and 7, washi tape and brads. So the next video, oh, and just so you can see, here's what I'm talking about. And by the way, Fabri-Tac takes off nail polish. I had to actually go take the rest of my nail polish off because it took some off for me. This will have to be covered with paper. So the next one is day 8, sequins and the color yellow, and I have an idea for that. Day 9, which will be over here, is going to be pipe cleaner and pockets. I actually found some pipe cleaners when I was looking through my stickers, actually. And then day 10 is paper clip and stamped image. That one should be pretty easy for me. So yeah, fun collab with all these different things. So those 3 days you'll see on Saturday sometime. Not sure when exactly, but it'll be up on Saturday. So please do check out Polly's Pretties Coloring and Crafting, and also use the hashtag strawBEARy with a EARY bliss, strawBEARy bliss. That'll be in the title, and it is showing up now. Last time I discussed it hadn't been showing up for me, but now it is, and you can see other participants in the collab. And feel free to play along and have fun with us. We still have most of the month to go. We're only in the well, technically the first week. This is the last day of the first week because the month started on a Thursday. So, yeah. All right, I've rambled on long enough. I had a lot of fun doing this. Actually, just today, Wednesday the 7th, I did all 4 pages. So, yeah, come back again on Saturday, see the progress for those new prompts, and have fun if you participate. Hugs, love, and peace, and thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you. Bye for now.